Hi, everyone. This is Candy Johnson. I am your host, and this is Real Talk, brought to you by Real Raw Records. Today's topic, we kind of doing things a little bit different than what we normally do. Lately, I've been running some about 30-minute segments and then cut it off if nobody joined in the broadcast. But today, we're going to do things a little different. The topic is what is faith? And so, hi everyone, this is Candy Johnson. I am your host, and this is Real Talk, brought to you by Real Raw Records. Today's topic, we kind of doing things a little bit different than what we normally do. Lately, I've been running some about all right. We try to have this. Okay. Oops. I always do that every time I try to run the live stream simultaneously. I'm going to have to figure out how to not do that. And remember to, well, I know how to cut it off, but I just need to remember to do so. But anyway, today's topic is a question still, as we normally do have our topics posed as a question. What is faith? Okay. But today, I'm posing this question out, and I want you all to answer this question. If you will, please come in the broadcast and contribute your definition of what faith is. I am very intrigued and interested to know what people think faith is, or what their mentality is concerning faith, so to speak. And this is why I invited the atheists to come and contribute their definition as well, because faith is a word, okay? And all words have definitions, okay? They mean something, okay? However, with the diversity of people's cultures and mental perceptions of things, I've found that when people use words, even if they're from the same culture, even if they speak the same language, when they use words, they mean different things by those words, okay? And people can be having a conversation and throwing words around and not communicating well because they're meaning two totally different things by one word, all right? So I'd appreciate it if people would come in and let me know what your definition of the word faith is. So I know in the title it seems as if I'm just posing the question, what is faith? And people may assume that I'm just going to tell y'all about some type of religious perspective of the word faith, but that's the furthest thing from what we're wanting in this segment. We are looking for people that will contribute their own definition of the word faith. And I'm very interested to know what the atheist definition of the word faith is, because I've seen them throw the word around quite a bit. And when they do use the word faith, well, I want the Christians and the theists to come and contribute their definition of what faith is too. Okay, I ain't gonna give away the plot of the whole challenge, but I challenge you all to contribute your definitions, if you will. Please come on in and contribute your definitions. This particular segment, we have the live chat running on the outside there, and so you are able to type your definitions in, and I'll read them out and give you a little shout out if you a little shy about coming on the live stream broadcast. I see we have a viewer, but we still don't have any takers on this particular challenge. So we just gonna hang tight a bit. And I really hate to have a lot of dead footage of nothing transpiring on the video feed. But the whole purpose of this challenge is for other people to coming in and to contribute to the broadcast. So if I were to just give my definition, that would defeat the whole purpose. So come on in and put your 2 cents in. Okay, I noticed that on my page and with my interactions with people online, I noticed, especially on Google, that people love to jump in a conversation and contribute their opinions. And I've even had people to, y'all know these people, the ones that like to write a whole book in the comment section, you know, and usually people that do that, their comments are very unsolicited. Unsolicited comments, and they'll write a whole damn book. And you like, wait a minute, I wasn't even talking to you. I didn't ask you no questions. I didn't ask you to provide me with no information or none of that, you know. And people will volunteer to put their 2 cents in. And this is not the first time that we've had this type of broadcast where we welcome people to come in and put their 2 cents in. But it just seemed like when you give a person permission and the go ahead to say, hey, come on, you know, and you invite them to get a 2 cents, then they don't, you know, they don't want to put their 2 cents in then, you know. But when you really don't want them to do it, that's when they won't do it, you know. That's just human thing, I guess. People that love to give their damn opinion when you ain't asked for it. And put their damn 2 cents in and stuff like that when you ain't asking for their 2 cents. When it's unwelcome, people just like to go against the grain. They don't never like to be compliant. I posed a challenge to Anonymous, and I told them, I said, y'all see y'all do a lot of negative stuff. Oh, sookie now. My friend, let's see, Rick is in the house. All right. I'm gonna let you in, Rick. Hi, how you doing? You have to unmute yourself, hon.
Sorry.
How you doing?
I'm doing real good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Oh, you another Rick. Okay, hi, Rick. I'm Candy.
Nice to meet you, Candy.
Okay. So, hi, Rick. Can you tell us what your let's see, your religious belief or?
I'm Southern Baptist.
Southern Baptist. We're gonna get a good definition from the South. I'm from the South too, Rick.
Where are you from?
I'm from Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas. Well, I've been there.
By way of Louisiana. Let y'all.
I've been to both. We went to New Orleans. Well, we stayed in Tomball. You know where Tomball is?
Oh, so I got people living from Tomball, yeah.
I rode a Harley down there.
Oh, shoot, I love me a Harley too. All right.
And we got on the Sam Houston bypass.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
And that single lane entry ramp went about 10 stories up, curved, tilted. I've never been more scared. If I'd fallen, and I could have fallen, I'd have been dead. It was like flying an airplane, and I wasn't ready to fly an airplane. Yeah, we stayed down there in Tomball. And also that Lake Charles Bridge.
Oh, yeah, that Lake Charles Bridge is something else. Yeah, it's pretty long, 12 miles long. Yeah.
I have a fear of heights on motorcycles.
Oh, okay. Well, I used to drive 18-wheelers, and that's part of the reason why I stopped. I had a fear of driving that truck, and they have what they call runaway ramps.
Yeah.
And realistically, on the mountains.
I know what you're talking about. I've seen them on Ridgecrest in North Carolina.
Yes, and realistically, if your vehicle is out of control, you're not going to be able to direct it to the runaway ramp,
Yeah.
In real life, But
you've been everywhere then, right?
Oh yeah, I drove coast to coast. Yeah.
Coast to coast, yeah. Well, I've been as far as Utah on my motorcycle, and that's about it.
All right.
I've been up to Vermont.
Oh yeah.
Close to Canada. My wife's from Michigan, so we go up there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, like Louisiana. See, we stayed in. It wasn't Was it Lafayette? Yeah, it was Lafayette where we stayed.
Lafayette, yeah.
And ate at Randall's. Is it Randall's? They had Cajun music and food.
Oh, I ain't familiar with them. All right.
But yeah, they're right downtown. Everybody said to go down there, and so we ate there, and we went in a crawfish factory.
Oh yeah.
Watching them shucking. This is in Hendersonville.
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of people don't even know what shucking is.
Yeah.
I thought the other Rick I thought you was. Hey, Rick, hang tight, baby. I'm gonna let you in. But Rick, Wilmarth?
Yes, ma'am. Wilmarth.
Wilmarth. Hey, Rick, what's going on? That's Ricky B right there.
Hello, darling. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
That's
good.
Ricky
B.
Oh, we full of Ricks. All we need now is Rick James, and we got a party going.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
A hot Rick.
Yay, but Rick, let's see, we'll call you Rick W. Do you, can you explain to me what your definition of faith is?
Faith is believing. This is a good question. Faith is believing in someone, as far as religion, believing someone, trusting your life to them, believing that they are God, believing that their religion is the true religion. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe he was the Son of God, and he died on the cross and rose from the dead. And by believing in him, I can get forgiveness of my sins and go to heaven.
Okay, but that's your religious belief. I'm asking you, do you know what the word faith means? Like the definition of faith.
Trust.
All right.
That would be something I would put in there. Trusting someone, trusting something, trusting an idea, that it is worthy to be, that it will do what it says it does.
All right, all right. So you kind of defining that as being reliant upon something.
Right.
All right, all right. Rick, have I asked you this question before?
Well, I did post the answer on the YouTube page there, but like what I would answer that, basically, I believe that real faith is having an absolute knowledge, like anchored in your heart, like knowing, sure knowledge, and then having trust in that, being able to live by what you believe. It has to be in your actions. It has to be your way of life, and then that is what you have faith in.
Yeah, but what is faith?
Faith is that sure knowledge that you have in your heart. You know it's true. If you don't know for sure it's true, you just believe it and you're just kind of following it, you don't have faith in it. You only have faith if you have absolute knowledge for yourself that what you believe is true, and it's part of everything you do.
Okay,
That's
but
faith.
How do you obtain that sure knowledge?
I believe it's a gift. It's some people just have an absolute sure knowledge in something that's false, and then they, so they have faith in that thing, and it's not necessarily the truth. So you can have faith in something that's not true, or you can have faith in the truth, in what's true. And the only way to know for sure is if something outside of yourself establishes it in you. Otherwise, it's just your own mind, your own opinions.
Okay.
And you can never really have faith in your own mind, because your own mind, I mean, some people do, but the human mind is a very complex thing, and it's influenced. We're lied to all the time, constantly, every day. So there's all kinds of things in our minds that aren't true. So if you have faith in your own mind and your own ability to figure it out, you're going to have faith in something that's just not real, really.
You sure about that?
I believe that.
All right, all right, all right. I'll pose this question because you would not believe. This is like my third or fourth broadcast that I've held on this topic. Okay, and every time I hold these broadcasts in this manner to ask people what their definition of the word faith is, everybody gives a different definition of what they, believes that faith is. And I see here Truth Freeze has joined us on the outside in the live chat. And I haven't found out if it's the Truth Freeze is a he or she, so please forgive me, love. But Truth Freeze, I think it's a female, said that the faith is the substance of things hoped for. So she's using the definition from the Bible of what faith is, right? But even with that scripture clearly giving the believers a guideline to understanding what faith is, isn't it something how we all have a different idealism of what faith is? To me, that says a whole lot. That says that either one, we are all being taught something different, or two, um, we are not being taught properly, or three, we are not studying. You know, like Paul said, study to show yourself approved. A workman needeth not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth, eh? And so, you know, I mean, that may be the case. Uh, you know, those three reasons for the differences may be the case, but you know, you just never know what the situation is unless somebody admits to it and say, "Hey, I was taught this, and this is the reason that I believe this," or you know, I actually studied this word, and this is what I got, you know, from my studies. But I've never had anybody. Have you ever studied it, Rick?
Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Now I got two Ricks. Okay.
Call me Ricky Dub.
Okay, Ricky Dub. Ricky Dub. Okay, Ricky Dub. Have you ever studied it?
Well, I went to Moody Bible Institute in Chicago for about a year and a half. I don't know if you ever heard of that, but that's a well-known, very old Bible Institute in downtown Chicago. Dwight L. Moody did it. So yeah, I studied the Bible and went to church this morning. Didn't go to Sunday school, but yeah, I read the Bible from front to back. Don't know everything about it, but you know, I know enough. For me, this is what I believe. This is my faith. I don't know exactly that, you know, Christianity is absolute. I mean, to me, it's absolute truth. I don't know if I'm totally right. I'm saying there's a possibility that, you know, that this world may not have meaning. That if Christ is not Lord, for me, there's no meaning in life. There's no reason to do good because there is no good. Jesus Christ is everything to me. I put my faith in him. But do I know that? Could there be no meaning in life? Could atheists be right that where there is no right and wrong, there is no moral compass? You know, for me, yeah, that's a possibility, but it's such a horrible possibility. I think the only salvation this world has is in Jesus Christ. So I believe in salvation. Do I know it? No, but I think when I get to heaven, I'll see Jesus, and I'll see the Father and the Holy Spirit and all my ancestors who have gone on and believed in Christ. That's a wonderful hope for me. Otherwise, this Joker dude who shut up the theater in Colorado, that's not a tragedy. That's not a sin. It's all these Muslims who are killing the Christians over in Iraq, the Kurds and everything. That's not horrible. The Jews being murdered, that's not horrible if there is no Lord. If atheism is true, that's no more than a bunch of ants being stepped on or exterminated. To me, the only purpose in life is that there is a God and that he says that's wrong.
Okay, but faith, all right. So your faith is kind of just hope, basically, is what you're saying. You're hoping that it might be right.
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah. Rick, tell me something, Rick. Have you actually studied the word faith?
Studied it, not the word faith. Not
I'm
a lot.
Sorry, Ricky V. I'm sorry, Ricky V.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Ricky V. I keep forgetting I got two Ricks in the house. Rick?
I've never really did a focused study on the word faith. I've had faith all my life in the same faith Rick W. is talking about in Jesus. But I've heard a lot about faith, obviously, because I am a Christian, and the Bible does speak tons about faith. So that I know that that in the Bible, in the New Testament, they're talking about how Abraham was ready to like sacrifice his own son just because God said to do it, and his obedience was accounted to him as faith. But back in the Old Testament times, they talk as though you couldn't really have the same kind of faith that we can have now, because now with the outpouring of the Spirit onto us, all of us, now we can actually have true faith, which comes by hearing, and hearing by the Word of God, who is our Creator and who lives in our hearts. So we need to listen to God. We need to read the Bible with God, listening to God, right, and not listening to what other people interpret it as. It's basically the history of God's interactions with human beings, with our species, and according to the Bible, we're a very special species to God, that He pretty much didn't destroy the world because He loved us so much, and He wanted us to be reunited with Him, and that's why He sent Jesus. And if you read about it and you're prayerful and meditative about it, He will put the truth of it into you. And He gives each one of us, it says, the mustard seed of faith, like He gives us each the seed of faith, which we can grow within ourselves. It's like a muscle that we can exercise. So, I mean, this is just what I've learned throughout time.
You said that faith is like a muscle that
it's like a muscle that you have to exercise. You got to exercise to make your muscle stronger. If you want your faith to grow, you need to exercise your faith.
Right,
you have to
right.
trust His promises, and then watch them come to fruition and see how He does keep His promises. And once you understand, the truth of it, then you can really have faith.
Rick, I said Ricky V. Ricky V, you are touching on something so close to
what you're getting at, right?
Yeah, that I want to say something, but it's kind of like when the kids doing their Easter egg hunt, where the eggs, and they right there by it, and you want to tell them so bad. You're like, baby, it's right there under the, and you can't,
You want them to get there themselves, right?
Yeah, you want them to get there themselves, Oh, I tell you one day, you sure pulling the motherhood up out of me. I want to tell you so bad. But
okay, well, there's a few more leading questions then.
Oh yeah, I'll give you a few more. You hot. Oh, then the judge gonna say, okay, you leading the witness. But I am very interested to have some of the atheists to come in and contribute and give me their definition of what they think faith is. And the reason why I want them to come in and give their definition is because from my interactions with the atheists here online, I've noticed that they have gotten their definition of what faith means from the Christians, all right? So, although they fight so vigorously against the Christian belief, they are doing so with information from the Christians, all right? So basically what they are doing is taking a lot of Christians' lack of knowledge, okay, because the Bible says people perish for the lack of knowledge. So what they're doing is they're taking the Christians' lack of knowledge and trying to use that and substantiate it as evidence against the Christians. But if a gun is empty and it don't have no bullets in it, well, even if I'm holding it on you, it's powerless if I'm holding on you. And if you take it from me, it's still going to be powerless because it still has no bullets. It still have nothing in it. It's empty, you know.
Let me try to take a stab at it.
Sure, come on with it.
I'm trying to. Faith is action. Faith is acting on a belief.
You cheating? I see in your glasses some evidence you might be cheating a little bit over there. You might be.
No, I'm just listening.
Your reflection from your glasses is snitching on you.
No. I got 3 monitors, so you might see stuff, but I just been listening, and like, if you're not acting on your faith, if you're not feeding the hungry, if you're not, and believing that you're going to get rewarded for it someday, and telling people about the gospel, that's faith. Being happy because you know you're saved, because Jesus died for you on the cross, that's faith. You got to act. You got to show your works. You know what I'm saying? If your faith doesn't affect your behavior, then you don't have faith. It's not a mental thing or a thought, but it's actually, I go to church, I don't swear. Now I'm not bragging on myself. I'm just giving you examples of what faith might be.
I understand.
I contribute, feed the hungry. We put boxes together for food or for little kids going to school or whatever, helping your fellow man.
Mm-hmm.
Getting the Good Samaritan out of the ditch and taking care of him.
Right.
That's faith. Faith is action.
All right. You kind of dipping in the dough a little bit too. Now you coming on close. But when you say it's action, however, there's still, the gun still ain't loaded yet. All right. We kind of got the bullets sitting to the side, but we ain't loaded them in the gun yet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we need another Ricky to join in, so we'll have.
No, we need one more Ricky, and we'll get it. We'll get one more Ricky, we'll be good.
Yeah. If you have your faith in something not real, then you're just shooting blanks. You're right.
Exactly. But the thing, the awesome thing. Well, let me hush. Okay. All right, so you say it's action. Okay, we're going to pull that from your definition, that word action. And Rick say it's, what do you say? It's knowing, all right? Knowing, right, Rick?
Right.
Okay, all right. And out on the live chat, Truth said that it's evidence, all right. So we getting real close here, all right. We getting real close here to getting the bullets loaded inside the gun, all right. But it is very important that because the reason why when I talk to the Lord, I always ask Him for wisdom. And I don't like to just have these broadcasts, frivolously. A lot of people are on here with a lot of BS. And so I don't think I need to add to that, So since I am a believer, I believe that we ought to add value to anything we're involved in, All right, we need to add value. All right, to that. So when I talk to God, I ask him, I say, you know, here I am, I'm in this thing, I see a lot going on, and a lot of the things bother me because I see Christians nagging at each other back and forth. That's really horrible to see. Because we're definitely supposed to be walking in brotherly love with one another, right?
That's right.
I'm not a Christian, but I'm definitely a lover, for sure, and God believer. All right. So I know enough about God to know that God is love, and the Bible says faith worketh love. All right. So that's the action Ricky Dub was talking about, right? That action. You got to be about it, you know. Ricky Dub say you got to put some works in, right? You got to put some action to it. And Ricky V, you say you do it by you do that by knowing, right? So because I know who God is, all right, and because I know who I am in the Lord, all right, I know enough to know that the way I'm supposed to be behaving, the action, all right, should be love, all right. That should be one of the main attributes of any believer, okay?
Love.
That's right, love.
Faith without love is dead.
Huh?
Faith without love is, I said dead, but it's, faith without love is more like just noise.
Right. Absolutely. Positively.
Some people,
there's no purpose.
You get on some of these hangouts, people's faith are arguments. Trying to argue with atheists and trying to argue with other Christians, trying to say my view is absolutely correct and all this stuff, and you're not getting the right view of what Jesus is about.
Amen. I agree to that 100%. You know, because if we are not walking in love, all right, how will non-believers see God in us when God is love? You understand?
Right.
So, how can, of course, the atheists ain't gonna never believe that God is real because they don't see no love. They don't see no God there. They don't see no God. They say, I don't see no evidence of this God you talking about.
Yeah.
You say he love, but I don't see no evidence. You got to show me some evidence. Oh, shucky, let me touch my mouth before I give away, all right? But let me dip my toe outside and see if we got anybody that got any more contributions. Y'all do a little brainstorming and help me out, y'all, with this definition here. True Free said, actions speak louder and talk is cheap. All right.
That's right. Faith without works is dead. Is what the Bible says.
Like you said, Ricky B. Faith without works is dead. You know, if you ain't gonna, and you know what, Ricky B, you said it right at first. You know, of course, the second version was the word for word scripture, but those words are what you call that? What do you call that? Where you can transposable. You can put you can say faith without love is dead because love is works. You know, you got to be about it, like Truth said. You got to put some action, like Ricky Dub say. You know, so all of that intertwines in with one another. All right, and see, and this is the reason that the word, the Bible says that Jesus, when Jesus was speaking, he said, "I'm the true vine." Yeah, he said, "I'm the true vine," because all of these things work together and are attached to one another, just like a vine. All right. If you detach or take a piece of a vine away from the branch, okay, it's still gonna be whatever that plant is. If it's an ivory, it's still gonna be an ivory, right? Even if you take a piece of it away, that piece is still gonna be an ivory. It's just gonna be a piece of the plant, right?
Right.
So what is happening, what I've noticed amongst the believers is that uh they're taking just pieces of the vine away, okay, from the vine. And so we're not attached to the source. And this is the reason why all these different um, meanings of what faith is because we're a little detached. So what we only thing we need to do is just reconnect to the vine. All right. Don't take just a piece of, that take a piece of the word, all right, and run with that. And see, this is how we got all these denominations, like Ricky Dove was saying, people saying, oh, well, my belief is right. No, my belief is right. And they go to arguing, all right, bickering back and forth. When clearly in the Bible that all Christians say they believe in that Bible, it tells you not to argue, don't it?
Sure does.
Ricky Dub, you're a scholar now.
Well,
I don't know what scripture that is, but it say I know it was Paul who said it. He said, "Be not involved in foolish questions and genealogies and strivings and contentions about the law." Didn't I?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we like to argue too much, though. I mean,
yes.
I'm going to give you for instance, and I used to be guilty of this. You might have some that say baptisms, you have to be baptized to be saved, and others say you don't have to be baptized to be saved, but both of them are baptized. And
right.
Just get baptized and show.
Yes.
Lord said to get baptized. That's the main point. It's not the arguing in between, and you can go back and forth. That's one example. Two people, both of them done the same thing. They're arguing about it.
Baptized in the Spirit, though.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a water. It doesn't have to be actually a physical thing.
Right. Yeah, we definitely need to be baptized in the Spirit.
You can get saved in the desert, but if you believe, but that's my belief. But people and everybody. See, my wife was Free Methodist from Michigan, and to join the Baptist Church, she had to do something stupid. The Southern Baptist Church, she had to be rebaptized. Her father was a minister, and he baptized her. But to get in, Southern Baptists don't recognize baptism outside the Southern Baptist Church, and that's wrong.
Right.
So she had to be rebaptized, and I don't know if they're still doing that or not. That was 37 years ago.
Well, usually people in tradition, they stick to it. That's what Jesus was speaking against, the traditions of man and how they cause problems,
Right.
And stuff like that. Because anytime you have rituals, it's going to be difficult for some people to maintain them rituals, all right? And over the course of the years, what happens is you have new generations that come in and say, well, I don't want to do this no more. Well, I know my great grandparents used to do this, but I don't want to do this no more. So it causes friction, and it breaks down the most important purpose of having the presence of God, because He's the one that's supposed to lead us. We're not supposed to be led by any traditions or rituals. All right. Those that are led by the Spirit, they are the sons of God.
That's right. Yeah. We're all Christians here. We believe in the Lord.
Right.
So, and you were asking about faith, asking the atheists to give their view on faith too, and I kind of think that atheists have to have a lot of faith too in something else. right? For them to just reject the idea of a creator, that, you know, that God exists and created this universe. They need to have faith that basically the universe constructed itself somehow, and
Yeah.
and generated such a spiritual race as we are, all just naturally according to the laws of the universe, the physical laws of the universe. You know, if they claim to be spiritual, then, like, what is spiritual about an atheistic stance, right?
Well, that's the thing, Rick. You try to make me give you the answer, but I refuse. But they,
Guys, I'm going to have to run. I just want to appreciate chatting with everybody.
thank you, Ricky B. I mean, Ricky Dub. I appreciate you coming by. Please come back by.
All right. Bye-bye.
And
Good
do
talking to you,
the
brother.
summation of the video later when you have the time.
Okay.
All right. Mm-hmm. But that's
Just
the
the two
thing.
of us left.
Huh?
So just the two of us left.
Okay. Yeah, but that's the thing, Rick, is that with atheists, they like I said, they have gotten their understanding from what I can tell when they use the word faith, the way that they use it the same way that Christians use it, but they use it as a weapon against the Christians. In other words, they say, you have faith in your imaginary God, okay? And that's how they use the word faith, okay? But if I were to tell what faith really is, then that wouldn't fit, okay? Because
faith is actually a force. Real faith is actually a force. It's a gift from God, and it's used as just beliefs. People call it. People define it as believing in something.
yeah, believing. So they using it interchangeably with the word belief.
Right.
Okay.
But it's a force. It's a force that can have real results in the world around you. And its fuel, it's a force, and its fuel is love.
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely fueled by love. When we speak of faith in the terms of religion or belief systems,
Right.
or
That's
ideology.
another false definition, like to say, you know, say the Muslim faith or the Christian faith or this faith, you know, that faith. You're saying that religion. You're not saying that faith. That's really
Right.
kind of an alternate
Yeah.
definition. Faith, just because of usage.
Right. A lot of people use the word faith interchangeably with the word religion, and that's not the meaning of faith either, because faith don't have nothing to do with religion. That's why the atheists can have faith too. Okay. If when you sit down, are you seated in a chair right now?
I am.
All right. What type of chair are you seated in?
It's like an office chair, swivels.
Oh, that'd be a good one. That'd be a good one. Yeah. All right. Have you ever been sitting in a chair and it was a little wobbly?
Yeah. The feet are uneven.
Feet is uneven, or there's been worn. It's old. It's coming apart.
Oh yeah.
And so when you sit down in it, when you sit down in a chair that you know that is on its last leg, so to speak, you sit easy, don't you?
Oh yeah.
You sit easy. You don't plop down in it. You be a little careful how you handle it.
Yep.
And why do you think that is?
Well, you know that it's wobbly, and you don't want to like lose your balance, or you don't want to break it. I don't know. You sit gently because you don't want to be like fall off on your ass or something.
Exactly, exactly. You like, I want this to hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no fall, no kind of fall is cute, you know.
Right.
So you mainly be careful with the chair, not because you care so much about breaking the chair, but you care more about breaking the chair that it may cause you some harm.
Right. Unless it's an expensive chair, you might be worried about the chair too.
Well, even if it's an expensive chair, if it's already
I know. I get you. I'm just
stable, it is already lost its value, pretty much.
right.
You know, if it's an expensive, even if it's an expensive chair, it's lost its value at that point. You know.
Right.
So what I'm getting down to is this. Okay. Now I'm gonna ask you another question. The chair you sitting in, when you sat down in it, did you sit down in it easy or you flopped down?
I kind of plopped into it. It's a pretty solid chair.
It's solid, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, now we get down to the nitty gritty. You plop down in it, you know why? The real reason
Wow.
why you, like your definition said, you knew that that chair was solid.
That's right. I know it'll hold me.
You knew you had evidence because you had the evidence that you knew that it was solid was you knew that the last time you sat in that chair it was fine. It had no problem holding you up.
That's right.
Well, that's faith.
It is.
That's what faith is right there.
It's a sure knowledge and trust
You,
that chair's gonna hold me.
you didn't have to hope and wish that chair was gonna hold you up.
No.
Okay? Ain't no hoping and wishing in real faith. All right.
That's right.
So because you knew when you sat in that chair that it was gonna hold you up, that's why you plopped in it with confidence. All right. With confidence, full confidence. And what does David say? He say, let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. Now, because you had evidence the last time you sat in that chair that that chair held you up just fine, you knew that that chair was solid, all right? But if I came to your house, and I'm a big woman, all right, okay, well, I got a little weight on me. I might look at your chair, and because I don't know your furniture, I might wiggle it a little bit to see if it's stable. I might check it out a little bit, you know. But yeah, like I wonder if this can hold a big country girl, you know. But that's real talk, though. Because you don't know, all right. Now,
Right.
there's some people who go through life and they don't even get at a second thought, you know. They'll just go plop down. I've gone to somebody's house before, and I didn't know their chair wasn't too stable. Went to go sit in and bust my ass, you know. So I learned from that experience. Don't put my face in every chair.
That's right.
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 So I'm cheating a little bit, and I'm kind of dipping into the answer because ain't nobody else came and the answer to the challenge. But yay, faith is. I'm still not gonna give it up. I'm stubborn. Yeah, but I gave enough of analogy to help some of the people out that don't really understand about faith. And it behooves us. It's the reason why I asked two questions. If you didn't notice that my question was twofold. I asked, what is faith? What do you think faith is? All right.
Mhm.
Then I asked, have you looked it up? Where did you get your definition from? Have you literally studied this word? All right. And the reason why I ask people that is because it doesn't matter whether you are a Christian or a atheist. Faith is that important of a word, and it is that important in life that it behooves us to not just get our answers from out the sky and off the internet or from the next person or even from your preacher. You need to know what it means, okay? And when I say no, I mean have a full understanding, a thorough understanding of what that means, okay? Because atheists are denying religion because they haven't got no clue what faith means.
Mhm.
Atheists are denying God or rejecting God because of the Christians' unloaded weapon.
Well, personally, I believe atheists don't know faith because they reject it, even though it's in them. It's in
They
them to
don't
be
reject.
able to have it. Like it's already there, but they continually reject it. I
No,
believe.
they don't know what
Okay,
it
they
is.
will argue with me till they're blue in the face and say, no, there's nothing in me that, believes in God. But yet, I believe
Yeah, but
that
the word
every
faith,
human being has a seed of faith in them, in a creator, in their creator.
yeah, but the word faith don't have nothing to do with God, though. That's my whole point. I mean, I'm trying to keep from giving the definition because I want to keep
Right.
holding these so I can get people just really what I want to do is I want to get people's attention enough about the word to Zito. Do you know what Zito means?
Zito?
Zito,
No.
Z-I-T. That is
I'm familiar with that term.
Zito is a Greek word, and it's derived. No, it's not derived. The meaning of Zito is seek. All right,
Right.
and seeking is totally different than just seeing something or looking for art. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Seeking means I start digging all in between the couches and pulling the pillows off and digging up under stuff. All right.
Okay, I didn't know that word, but can I take a guess at what more is involved in that word than just seeking? I
Go
would
ahead.
I would think that if you look at the Greek uh, definition and the connotations of that word, I would think that it probably involves craving something, hungering for
Yes,
it.
yes. I was gonna get to that. It's a strong desire to unveil. All right. All right. So yes, you're right. It requires a strong desire, or you're right, a craving
Craving it.
and a longing.
Like I want to know my creator.
Not
Right?
so
I
much just
seek
crave.
I
Not
seek truth. I seek truth. I crave truth. You know?
they don't want to know the truth. Not just to definitely come to the conclusion of that there is a creator, because we don't want to. We don't want to give them the understanding. Seeking the results of seeking that craving is they gonna come up with the same answers when you seek for the truth. Ain't for one answer. Oh my God, see, Rick, you melling with me now. You melling me, but I ain't trying to preach, but this hey. Just the wisdom of the old folks is, and say what you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink. All right.
Right.
But the wisdom of the old is of the wise, I should say, is that if he starves long enough, guess what's gonna happen?
He's gonna start eating or drinking.
if he get thirsty enough, you ain't gonna have to make him do nothing. Ain't that right, baby?
That's right.
See, this is the problem. What I notice with a lot of believers, we try to take the atheists with a what you call that, a harness that they use for the horse, and drag them to the water and push their face down in the water and try to make them drink. Drink this. It's good for you. You need this water. You know.
That's
they ain't even thirsty. Let them be thirsty first.
Sometimes I talk to my friends about corruption in people, and a lot of people think, well, there's corrupt people and there's people that aren't corrupt, right? But the truth is, all of us are. Like, if we can understand that we are corrupt, all of us, we all have some corruption in us, and it's really not. If you consider heaven to be a place of perfection, then corruption can't be allowed in it. And if we realize that it's our corruption that separates us from God, then we realize just how much we need Him. Then we start craving it. Then we start realizing that we were made for perfection, and we're unable to get that on our own. And the reason being is because we have free will, absolute free will. We can always choose, and because we have a choice between, say, life and death, really is what it boils down to. We have a choice to be godly or not godly. And we always, because we always have that choice, we're going to inevitably be making the wrong decision over and over again, because it's based on incomplete knowledge. I don't know. I don't know if you know what I'm trying to say here, but
I understand what you're saying, but I don't agree. If you don't mind, I would have to give you the definition of faith, and also incorporate the understanding of free will as well. In that, I would say my understanding of free will, because a lot of times that is given as more so like a choice type of thing, and the will of a being has nothing to do.
oh, I don't know if you can hear me, but I think I lost you here a sec.
More so like a choice type of thing, and the will of a being has nothing to do. Come in this world sucking, you instinctively will to get something in you to sustain you. All right, okay. So, like I said, I would have to go into more depth about what the will is first before I could explain to you why I don't why I disagree with that use of it. Okay. Another thing is that there's a perception of God there that's unrealistic, because God is a father. He's not a punisher. He's not uh, a being ruling with an iron fist. He's a father. He's a father. And no matter whether you do right or wrong, uh, he instinctively, as a father, will for you to do good, because of the consequences are beneficial to you. Okay. However, he's not going to beat you over the head and send you to hell if you don't choose the better path for yourself. All right. It will grieve him as a father, because that he understands and knows the consequences of your choices. Okay. Just like a father, if your son go in the store and he steal, you're not gonna stop being his father because he stole something out the store. You may go from being a very happy father to a upset, mad, and ready to whoop his ass father, but you're gonna still remain a father. And you're gonna still have the love, okay, for your son of a father. Now, depending on how much love you have for your son, if you know that he stole something and you know that it's wrong and you are forthright, you may turn his ass in and say, yeah, the police looking for the robber, call 911 and say, my son did this here. Y'all come pick him up at 401 North Chase Street, you know, and come get his ass, because I didn't teach him, I didn't raise him to do that. Come get him. You know, you know what I'm saying? Because when we're walking in real love, real love understands and knows that when your child is out of order, or your friend, family member, whoever is going down the wrong path, you're supposed to speak up. All right. And you have to be for right. Not just because that's your son, you go and try to hide him and keep him from trouble. No. Turn his ass in. No, you don't rob them people. Here them people been working hard to establish their business. You went over there and robbed them. No, take your ass to jail. There's consequence for that. You know, I've seen mothers turn their sons in. Yes, indeed. Love their sons to death, but they will turn their asses in. They don't pay their child support. I had seen a woman say, he over here now, sleep in the bed, come get him. Okay. Because she done told him, look, you need to pay your child support, take care of your children you brought in this world. And she already warned them. Miss Better say, you okay, you ain't pay your child support? Say, mama, if them people come knocking at the door, tell them I ain't here. She'd be like, no. She say, no. I told you to do right, and you want to go on the wrong path. Well, I can't protect you from that, you know. And I have to, by example, show you what's right. Okay. So if the police come to the door to come and get you, I'm not gonna lie for you, add to that lie, and add to the wrong by lying for you. Nope. I'm gonna tell him he in there. Go get him. He hiding in the closet. And stuff. Oh, Rick, you done left out on me. All right. That's cool. But that's real talk, baby. Because God is about right. Okay. And he's already laid down the principles that govern this universe. So even though we may be his children, that does not shield us from consequences. It does not shield us from consequences. As a matter of fact, the Bible says those that know it to do right and do it not to him it is sin. Yeah, that's real talk. Uh, yeah, I really wanted to hear some definitions from some atheists, um, but we oh, hey Rick, you back, babe? You dropped out. I didn't even see you. All right. But
There we go.
okay. But anyway, I was just saying that God don't shield us from consequences uh, because He loves us. As a matter of fact, He welcomes us to welcome chastisement. Even there's a scripture in the Bible that says that uh, it says
Be
to
thankful for your trials and tribulations because they increase your patience.
mhm, yes, and there's several others in there that tell us, that we should cleave to that which is right and abhor that which is evil. All right, meaning like David, when God told him you was wrong, you put that man on the front line, and he brought it to him in a parable. He said, "Lord, do what thou will with me. I am wrong. I was wrong for that." He said, "Do what thou will." And he humbled himself, didn't he? Oh, that's why I love David. David was a worshiper.
He wrote the Psalms.
Yeah, he humbled himself, even though he was wrong for killing that man. Why? And when judgment came to him, he humbled himself. And he said, "Lord, do what thy will. You know what's best for me. I ain't gonna fight that. I know what I was wrong when I done it." Right?
Right.
See, that's when you really have an understanding of, okay, when you talk about right and wrong, a true leader understands that, hey, I need to be an example of what's right, and I need to also accept consequences when I decide and make a choice to do wrong. And that's what David did. Yeah. So um, mm, that's the way God works. He set principles down, not for, he didn't send Jesus to do away with the law. Even Jesus said that, all right? He said, "I come that the law might be fulfilled, not to do away with it," all right? He said, "I come to be an example to you to show you that you can walk this earth out and not walk in sin." So he didn't come to do away with the right and wrong of the law. All right, that wasn't his purpose. He came to do away with tradition of men. All right, and there's a difference between traditions of men. That's what I was talking about the baptism. Okay, it's supposed to be dipped in water and all that kind of stuff. He came to do away with the traditions of man, not the law, okay, that God set forth. Those principles that rule the universe, all right? The principles of sowing and reaping. We say, "Whatsoever thou sowest, that shall ye also reap." He didn't do away with that. He fulfilled it.
Right.
So he take away what he said, "I lay down my life." He said, "I'll obtain it all if I lay it down." Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the traditions of man are all our attempts to get back into the garden, get back to that place where we're, you know, perfected, one with God, so to speak.
Mhm.
You know, like ever since we got kicked out of the garden because we chose to eat that apple, and it was an inevitable thing. I believe God knew that was going to happen.
Of course he did.
He just and it had to happen for us to be able to choose to be with him. He wanted a willing companion that had the option of spending eternity with him or not. and that it's by choice that we spend eternity with him. So ever since we've been kicked out of the garden, basically we've been trying to do it on our own. It's like that song, you know, we are stardust, we are golden, and we've got to get ourselves back into the garden. It's not going to happen by choosing disobedience and by choosing, you know, to like figure it out on our own without him. We disconnected ourselves from him. The only way that we could ever get back into the garden is if he invites us back in, and then we make that choice to accept the gift. And it's a faith thing, and that's where faith comes in, because it's by faith that we get saved.
There you go, trying to pull that definition of faith up out of
It's
but it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work.
Faith, by the definition that we were talking about, it's by that we are saved.
Well, saving denotes that there's some intended danger. All right.
Well, there is.
Well, see, that's where that's now.
Do you believe everybody is saved? Everybody? Whether they choose to be or not, they're saved.
Saved.
Saved from eternal separation from our Creator.
No, I don't believe in everybody is saved from consequences. No. Okay. Do I believe in consequences? Absolutely. I was just talking about that a while ago. When I was talking about the mother turning her son in, you know, to receive the whatever the just consequences of his actions were. So absolutely, because see, the principle of sowing and reaping cannot work if you only have one outcome. Okay, no, if no matter whether you do good, you still get good. No matter whether you do bad, you still get bad. That doesn't go along with the principles of sowing and reaping. That's like saying you can plant an apple seed or orange seed and still get all bananas. You know, no matter what kind of seed you plant, that don't even make sense logically. All right, so there's no way I could believe in a lack of consequences. All right, but I ain't gonna tell you the definition of faith. How can I say that? Once we understand, I'll put it this way. Once we understand, this is why when I was saying that, I talked to God and he told me that faith is very important for us to get an understanding, a real understanding of that. Because once we understand what faith really is and not all these fictitious understandings of what faith is, or kind of ballooned understandings, not so much fictitious, but blown up and kind of distorted. Anytime you distort something, it's not going to look like it's original, you know, all right? So if once we understand what the true meaning of faith is, then that will answer all the rest of the questions and fit everything jointly together, all right? Connect us back to the vine, all right? So, and my whole witness as a believer is just to live this thing, walk in it, you know, love walk, all right? So love walk, all right? So, I have established a relationship with the Father as such that he told me, he said, people who try to win other people over by the fear of hell will never understand the joy of walking in love. See, it's not about fearing. I don't do what I do because I fear hell. I do what I do because the consequences of doing the right thing is the shit. You know, why would I want to choose anything else? Why would I want to be helped? Why would I? See, it's like this. Why would I want to be evil? Okay. Why would I want to be hateful? Being hateful, holding grudges, not forgiving, those cause health problems that I don't want or need. Unforgiveness and grudges, even the doctors have found out that those things, worrying, all of those things cause cancer. If they cause gallstones and thyroid issues and all these kind of health problems, aneurysms. The doctors, the scientists have figured this out, that our bad, fucked up, evil attitudes causing us these physical deficiencies as well. Okay. So just the logic of understanding that there are some health issues that go along with being an ugly person. I don't want them kind of health problems. Whether it's a heaven or hell even exists, I don't want no health problems. I like being healthy. I like, smiling. God gave me a pretty set of these 32s. You see them 32s?
Yeah, fairly white.
Shoot, so I like showing them off here, all 32, Nice. I like them. I am dumb. And I'm thinking if I am dumb, when I see him, most certainly that might brighten somebody else's day. I said, shoot, that one time I used to complain about my breast being so large. And my husband say, baby, God didn't make them for you. He say that he made them for me. I laughed, that took me so, but I understood the concept of God didn't make beauty just for us, one person. He made the beauty of us all for us all.
For each other.
Yay. Right. All right. So, just when you have a lot of understanding about things, you understand the whole thing about faith. I ain't telling. But
it's okay. I agree with you. Beauty was not made for the beautiful thing itself. It's like everything. It's like love too.
Exactly.
It's a gift that needs to be shared for it to have any value. For love is a gift from God. Like it flows into us and flows out of us. It's like we are a conduit. We're a river. We can be a river of love, and it's God's love that's flowing out from us. So.
And it just makes our life so much pleasant, when you are not filled with hatred, envy, unforgiveness, worry, doubt, all these, anxiety.
But just because of the fact that is what love is, that means we have an unlimited supply of it. We don't have to just only love the people that are close to us. We can love everyone, and we can love everyone regardless of what they do. We can still love them even though we hate what they're doing.
Right.
And don't even like the person or whatever, but we still know that he was created, or he or she was created by God.
By God.
For the purpose of being God's companion forever. That's like our real reason for existence. So, and that applies to every human being. And God loves every one of them. So who am I to say that that person is not worthy of love myself?
You know what? When I found out the awesome nature of grace, now grace is unmerited favor. That means you don't have to do nothing to deserve it. It's just like, you know, you just how do I put it? But just grace is on a whole nother level, all right? It overlooks all the consequences. That's just like say somebody committed a crime and they go before the judge and the judge say, now he has the right to put them into jail and put them away for life, okay? But sometimes what they'll do is say, you seem like you're a pretty good fella and you just got off on the wrong foot. I'm gonna give you just a slap on the wrist this time, and I'm gonna let you go on probation, you know, or something like that, you know, because he sees something in that person that moves him to say, I think you just got off on the wrong foot. I'm gonna give you another chance, you know, and he has the authority to yield grace. That means you were well deserving of some vast amount of prison time, but I just throw a little grace on you, you know, all right? So, let's see, what taught me the real understanding of grace is, what his name is, I think it's Jeffrey Dahmer or one of them serial killers. I read a book about grace. And I was just reading a book to learn a little more about grace. And in that book, the author was sharing the Jeffrey Dahmer story and say that Jeffrey Dahmer had gave his life to God before he died. And the author of the book was saying when he found out that Jeffrey Dahmer had changed his life and was giving his story about how when he heard about the love of God for him after he had done all of that, say, tears began to roll down his face. And here was the author of the book, he said, for somebody so heartless and cool, he said, just to know that tears, that the grace of God had touched him, all right? To know that after all, he was considered the worst of the worst in the country. And that the author of the book say, I received grace right then and there when I was being told a story, because he said, I know that if God could love him, certainly I hadn't killed no string of people. I had done a lot of things, but I ain't killed nobody. Surely he can welcome me into go. And that's a wonderful thing. Woo! Yes! Woo! Yes! Hallelujah!
Yeah.
Woo! I get so excited. Woo! Yes! Woo! Wonderful! Yes.
Yeah.
Woo! Yes, I love it. Woo! Yeah, because when the whole world is against you, can't none of us understand that. Could none of us relate to that?
Oh yeah.
You understand?
Sometimes it feels like that to everyone, like the
It
entire
may
world.
feel like that, but that wasn't no feeling Jeffrey Dahmer was dealing with. That was real shit. You understand? That was some real shit.
That's right.
They ain't want him to be on death row. They want him, kill him now. You know.
That's right.
But see, God said, oh, not so. Not so. No, I want this one. Yes. You good like that, baby?
Yeah.
And it's even Christians that'll say, God shouldn't have saved him with their pious selves, self-righteous. But see, God is not that way. He's not that way. He's such a loving father that he's saying, please let me in, all right? Please let me love on you. You know,
That's
Bible
right.
said he pursuing us. And so he pursuing us. Coming after us, eh? He's seeking for the lost. And he's coming after us. He's, like you say with the seeking, he's craving after us. Please let me in. Huh? I desire to commune with you. Yeah? Now let me come in and chill for a little while, you know? Yeah? He good like that, baby. He good like that. He good like that.
Yeah, you were talking about David, and David says in Psalms, and he's speaking for God when he says this, I put before you life and death. Choose life. He wants you to choose life.
Choose life? Please, I'm begging you.
Choose life. The only way to really have eternal life, and by life, I don't necessarily mean what the various definitions again. All these words are powerful words. Faith is a powerful word. Love is a powerful word. Life is a powerful word. And if you can see what those things mean through God's eyes, then you know that even now, most people in the world are dead in a sense. And have no. A life is an eternal thing. It's an
awakening. It's an awakening. So he was awakened to the understanding of the love of God. It's what happened there. He could, it was something so beautiful he couldn't reject him. Okay? There's something so beautiful about it, you know? And just like you might love your wife, okay? But if a woman with a gorgeous body, beautiful face, you know, just, woo, good God Almighty, from head to toe, good God Almighty. I think when God made women, he said, woo, now I'm a bad son of a gun, look what I made.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He like outdid himself. Well, if that's possible. But, yeah, when he created women.
I'm a bad son of a gun. Okay. So even if you love your wife, where was I going with that? Even if you see a really gorgeous woman and she exposes herself, you still would be tempted to go after her. All right.
Of course.
Okay. So that's how beautiful, if you can picture the love of God, that people may still reject it, that woman, even though they will still be looking at it and saying, damn, she fine. Ooh, she fine, I want her. They may still reject it, but it doesn't mean that they don't have any desire for it. All right. But the love of God is very similar once it's shown, see, then it's very hard to reject. And that's what happened. You know, that combustion is what happened when Jeffrey Dahmer was introduced the real love of God, see. So this is why I encourage believers, just walk in love. It's a hook, line, and sinker every time, I guarantee you, baby.
So there's power in that.
I'm kidding. You know.
There is such power in that. Walk in love. It gives you. You see the power at work.
Yes. Well, a lot of priests cried. And, they had praise and worship. The service over when we talk about benediction. Oh, shut
I've got something I need to do in about 15 minutes here, and I got to get ready. You know, I'm thankful that you invited me on to this show, darling, and I could talk about this stuff all night. You know, it's like every.
We're gonna just leave that there and let them marinate in that.
Let them marinate in that, yeah. Marinate in love.
Yeah, that's some good marinade. It's gonna be good and ready to roast in them.
Oh yeah, you can have like that golden glaze on you.
Thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate you. And please come on back. Come on back.
Anytime.
All right.
Again, have a great night, Candy, and everybody who listens to this. Love you all, and peace and blessings to everyone.
Awesome.
All right. Good night.
Good night.